Here we go. So good morning, everyone. So today we are going to explore the chakras that you'll see pictured here on this banner. And we will go into them and practice a pose that helps to awaken each of the chakras. All of yoga awakens them, all poses basically, but there are specific ones that have more direct activity. So we'll be working on those. So the word chakra means wheel or circle. And what a chakra really is are energy centers in our body. And there are over 100 of them, but the 7 major ones are the ones that start at the crown of the head and end at the base of the spine. So they run along the spine, the head and the spine, which is in Sanskrit is the axis, it's called Shashumna, that straight line on which the chakras live. And they are, you'll recognize them as real energy centers as we go through each of them. They all play a very specific role in our body, in our energy. And some people have a more vigorous, let's say, Manipura chakra. That is the one here at the solar plexus. That is your courage, your fire, you know, the gut feeling, your willpower. And some people have lots of that, maybe too much. And then other people are shy and then, you know, more fearful, and they do not. So it is good always to balance them. And Kundalini yoga is a practice of yoga which works to balance that whole central system of our chakras. So let's close our eyes to start with our pranayama, our breathing from our easy seat, Sukhasana. And focus on your breath as you close your eyes. And as you breathe in, as you begin to deepen your breath, imagine a stream of light running up and down your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. Imagine this light flowing up and down your spine. When you breathe in, feel as if you're igniting it. And when you exhale, you're letting it disperse. You inhale and ignite that fire, that light up and down your body. And when you exhale, you disperse it. Now return to your natural breath and open your eyes. So we're going to start from the base up, and we start with the Muladhara chakra. That's this one right down here. And you'll see its color is red. They all have a color and a sound, and its bija or seed sound is lam. And it has 4 petals. It is, which denotes our primordial instincts. It's also, the word Muladhara means root. It's our foundation, our stability, our groundedness. When you feel grounded, that's what's at work. And our legs are an extension of the Muladhara chakra. So let's begin by bringing the soles of your feet together and bring them as close to your hips as is comfortable. and start to flap your wings. Good. And then pause. And then step your feet as wide as your mat. You can stay on your blanket if you're using one. And place your hands, I'm going to turn the other way because my in-house students are in this direction. Okay. So your feet are as wide as your mat. Your hands are supporting you behind you, your elbows pointed back. Inhale and then exhale, send your knees to the left, any amount. So we're rolling over our Muladhara chakra. Inhale to center, exhale to the opposite side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then come to center. Exhale to the left, inhale, exhale to the right. Put your hand on your, that's left hip, and you're gonna rock your hip. Just rock it, wake it up. Your foundation, your security, and pause. Come to center, over to the other side. Same thing, you're going to rock your hip. Just pushing it back and forth. Yeah, good. And then come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. All right. And you're going to bring your hands back behind you, just like you had them before, maybe a little bit farther, a little bit back, behind your hips. You're going to lean back a little, and you're going to lift your hips and bring them down. Lift and bring them down. Lift. So your legs and your seat are both waking up. Yeah, and you can come as high as you want. Beautiful. Good. And come back down. All right. Shake out your hands. Okay. So our next chakra is orange. Oh, and the Muladhara, the sound is lum. So the second one is orange, and it is called the Svadhisthana, which means one's own place, but it is your sacral plexus. It is below your belly button. It's where your reproductive system is. And this, the element is water. And which means it's flow. It's your center for your relationships, for your happiness, for the flow of life, right? It's very fluid. Yeah. So what we're going to do here is rock our pelvis back and forth just a little bit. Back and forth. Good, good. You're not doing cats and dogs. It's just your pelvis that's coming back and forth. And then pause. All right. And then you're going to bring your whole body forward, your whole torso forward, go to the right, go back behind you, go to the left. So we're continuing to wake up that sacral chakra. And then when you're forward again, pause and go the other way. And you can make these circles as big or as small as you like, or as slow as you like, and come to center. So our next chakra is Manipura, which I mentioned before, and that means lustrous gem. And its element is fire. It's yellow. That's the hottest spot of a flame, the yellow part. And it is our courage, our willpower, our gut. You often hear people say he's got a fire in his belly. Listen to your gut. That's what we're talking about here. Your courage. People who are extremely shy and withdrawn have a weak chakra here, all right? So let's begin with this by twisting your left hand on your right knee. You're looking over your right shoulder. When you inhale, you're lengthening your spine. You're lengthening the crown of your head, your spine, your Sushumna. And when you're empty of breath, you can work on that Manipura chakra just a little bit more. Twist a little bit more. Inhale, and then exhale, and very slowly twist in the other direction. Right hand on left knee, you're looking over your left shoulder. Again, breathe and get taller. Exhale and twist. Inhale and exhale back to center. Okay. So our next chakra is the center of our chakral system. So we have our three earth-bound chakras, the earth, the water, and fire chakras. And now we're coming to the heart chakra, anahata, which means wide open and expressive, opening up your heart. And it is our center for compassion, for love, for healing. And its color is emerald green. And its sound is yum, yum. So bring your hands to your shins. On an inhale, send your elbows back behind you, your heart forward, your spine back. On an exhale, send your whole spine curling backwards. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. So in these cats and dogs, we're awakening all of our earthbound chakras as well as our heart chakra. And then the next time you are in your cat spine, pause. And just pause there for one moment before you do one last heart opening reverse of the spine. And then come to a neutral spine. So going to come up onto our knees. If you have a block, and I had one, and just give me 1 second, grab my block. It was right over here. No, I had one here. Where it went? Okay, let me get the other one. Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry about this. All right, so it's important because even if you don't have a block, I want you to take a look at the motion that's going to allow you to do your biggest heart opener. All right, so we're going to start with a block. If you don't have a block, it's okay, but imagine there's one just like this, the way I have it, right between my calves, close to my knees, and you want to squeeze it a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do is just a very gentle back bend. So you're going to open up your arms and just lift your heart up to the sky, opening your heart chakra, letting compassion pour out. And remember, compassion is not just for others, it's for yourself as well. And you can bring your shoulders back, your spine back. You're going to send your arms back behind you. You're going to interlace your fingers, yoga mudra. And if you don't have a block there, just pretend that it is there. So one of the benefits of having this block is that it allows you to keep your hips in line with your legs, your knees, as you bend and send your knuckles to the block. So imagine there's a block here. So your fingers are stopping right here. So if I didn't have one, it's kind of the same thing. The beauty of the block is that you get to feel a little bit of the tension and opening up your heart, open it up. And release. And let's do that once more. On an inhale, open up your heart. Send your knuckles straight down to the floor. This is Ustrasana, the camel pose. Release your hands and then rock your hips from side to side. Bring your hands to the mat and wag your tail. And then send your hips to your heels. Now, what was that all about? That was whenever we do a deep back bend, I like to do counter poses for that deep back bend. All right, so that it doesn't cause pressure. And then come up onto your knees again. Right. And we're going to do a little bit more expression of that heart chakra. Send your arms out wide the way we started. Open up your heart. Send your arms up overhead. Send your hips towards your heels. Bring your hands down to the mat. Come to an extended child's pose. Spread your wings out to the side. Come back up to open up your heart. Good. Arms up overhead, send your hips back, send your palms of your hands to the mat. A little humility. And we're still folding on our first 4 chakras in our child's pose. Spread your wings and lift back up, open up your heart. Gentle back bend. And release your arms. All right. Great. All right. So our next chakra, and we're going to sit for this one. Come back to sit. And you can have the soles of your feet together. You can have your legs stretched out in front of you, or come back to Sukhasana, our easy seat. So Vishuddha is the throat chakra. And Vishuddha means purification. And its element is ether, but it's also sound, right? And its bija, its seed sound is hum. How appropriate, right? Hum. And it is about speaking your truth, expressing yourself. And of course, I'm using my hands because our arms are an extension of our voice, our expression, and also our heart. We hug. So you can do this with me. We hug with our heart, with our arms, and then opposite arm on top, hug. And then we want to open up our heart chakra a little bit more. by sending our gaze over our right shoulder, bringing chin down to your shoulder and making a line across your chest like a necklace and come up on the other side. Send your gaze up to the sky. Your nose comes with you. And then go back in the other direction, opening up your throat and your neck. And then come back to center. When you're at center, lift your head and then send your nose to the sky, chin to chest, nose to the sky. Keep that going at your own pace. And then bring your head to neutral. Okay, so this is our voice now. So we're going to sound our voice together. And I'm going to say the seed sounds of all the first 5 chakras, which is lum, vum. I'll say them first: rum, yum, hum. And then we can start them together, and I'll go slowly. Lum, vum, rum, yum, hum. Feel your throat working. All right. So our next chakra is our third eye, the third eye chakra, the Anya center. And it's that word, the Sanskrit word suggests command, as you're in command, not as you're giving orders, but you're in command, because this is the center of your wisdom. It's your third eye. And its color is indigo. The throat was blue, indigo. You notice we're going up the colors of the rainbow. So the third eye represents not just wisdom, but psychic energy, right? So what we're going to do is do a little eye yoga now. So you're looking forward, look straight ahead, look right at me. Right? Then you're going to keep your head neutral. You're not going to move your head at all. You're just going to send your eyes all the way over to the left, send them all the way over to the corners of your eyes. Come to center. Send them all the way over to the right, all the way over. Feel that. You can feel your eyes opening. Come back to center. Let's do that again. Go to the left. Keep your head centered. Over to the right, come to center, look up, look all the way up to the ceiling, but keep your head neutral. Don't change your head at all. And then look down, look all the way down, see your nose, see your cheeks. And then come to center. Interlace your fingers, bring them behind your head. So here's where our third eye comes in. And I always say this, you know, mothers, parents tell their children, you know, behave because I've got eyes in the back of my head. And they do, right? You know. So let's think. Let's close our eyes, let our lids come down over our eyes and see what's behind you. Allow yourself to see what's there. You know what is behind you. See it in your mind's eye. See what's behind you. And then separate your fingers, send your arms straight out in a T shape. Bring your fingers onto your shoulders and make circles with your elbows. So this is opening up your shoulders. This is, we could say, our throat chakra. But I also like to think of this, pause for a moment and then go the other way, as little wings. You know, these are like little wings. And when you're using all your wisdom of your third eye, you can fly, right? And release your arms, bring them down alongside your body. So our final chakra is Sahasrara, and that means 1,000-fold, but it's 1,000 upon 1,000 upon 1,000 to infinity. It is our spiritual chakra, our crown chakra. And every time we raise our arms above our head, we are awakening that chakra. Look forward, allow that light to come in through the crown of your head and reach all the way down the Sushumna, all the way down, touching every chakra down to the base of your spine, and then all the way down your legs. Feel that energy. Inhale, exhale over to the right. Inhale. Exhale over to the left. Inhale. Exhale back behind you. Inhale. Slide your whole torso forward. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Allow your crown to turn. Inhale to center. Exhale. Twist to the other side. Inhale to center, release your arms. All right. So we have gone through all of the chakras from the mat, and now we're going to come up to stand and do some standing poses that you will see that we do all the time, and you're going to see now how the chakras are involved. So come to your mountain first. Right. Roll your shoulders up and back. Let your arms fall by the side. So let's think about this mountain. Your feet are rooted into the earth chakra. There's energy coming all the way up your spine, all the way to the heavens, to your crown chakra. That majestic mountain now will maybe have new meaning for you next time you see a big mountain on your next road trip. Yeah. And we're going to gather the energy of the sun and bring it down to our hearts twice more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come this way. All right. You're going to start with your arms over your head to ignite your crown chakra. You're going to shift your weight to your left leg, bend your right knee, and step your right leg back behind you for warrior one. Your knee is over your ankle or behind it, not forward of it. And now feel the energy, feel this pose, feel your heart wide open, feel yourself grounded, connected to the earth and connected to the heavens at the same time. Send your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, Yoga Mudra. Send your knuckles back down, just like we did when we were on our knees, only a little bit less of a deep back bend, just opening up your heart. Open it up wide. Brave heart. You're going to inhale, and then on an exhale, you're going to fold over, hinge actually over your bent knee in that direction, bowing down, igniting all of your earth chakras. And then release your arms. And as you unfold, bring your arms all the way back up to bring in the light, your crown chakra. Step forward, bring your arms down. Let's do that on the other side. Starting with our arms up, opening up the crown, bend your left knee, step back. Get your warrior one in position. And then feel all that energy. Arms swing back, yoga mudra. Open up your heart. Inhale, and then exhale, fold or hinge to a humble warrior. Press into your feet, into the mat. Come back up. Lift your arms back up, igniting your chakras. As you bring your arms down, step forward. All right. So 2 more poses for our to talk a little bit more about chakras, yeah? You're going to point your right foot away from you. Your knee is tracking over your foot. Your left heel is on a little bit outwards. It's a slight angle. You have a very slight angle with your back foot, right? And check to see that your heel and arch are lined up. Bend your right knee. Remember the rule, it doesn't go forward of your ankle. Square your shoulders. So you want to turn your shoulders to be square to the edge of your mat. Good, beautiful. Arms come up. Look over your right fingers. Right. Feel that length. So there's a straight line coming down. So if you're like this, or if you're like this, come to center, bring your whole spine to center. So those chakras can work and balance as one. Feel your feet firmly grounded. Inhale into a peaceful warrior, sending your spirit upward. Straighten your leg. And slowly, let's go in slow motion. You're going to lift your back hip as the bottom one slides underneath as you hinge from your hip into a triangle. Yeah, inside your leg. Yes, good. Good. And then see if you can look up at your extended. Yes, yes, beautiful. Maybe you can bend that knee, your right knee, just a little more. Yes, yes, yes. Oh no, straighten it. We're doing triangle. Bad knee. Never mind. We don't say that anymore, I was told. Okay, come back up to warrior two. Release your arms. Point your toes forward, and we'll go directly to the other side. So your left toes are pointed away. You're going to bend your left knee. Nice long straight back, feet firmly to the earth, shoulders square, arms straight out. This time your left fingers, your checking things out, you're sizing up your challenge. Peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg. And now you're going to just do a little windmilling here to come in to your triangle. Yeah. Good. Good. And then come back up to warrior two. Feet pointed forward, and then heel toe or step your feet together. All right, check out your legs. So we're going to do a balancing pose that will ground us and also lift us up all the way to the crown of our head. So we're going to do tree. You all know tree pretty well. You're going to come onto the ball of your right foot and try to get your hips square. So before you do anything else, so we don't want the left hip coming out. We want our hips square. You're going to open your right leg to the side and maybe lean your heel against your ankle, your left ankle. Yeah. Yes, good. Or not, you can stay there too. All right, good. All right, and maybe you'll stay right here. Maybe you'll decide to bring your foot up to your calf. That's your choice. And you're going to feel that straight line, the Sushumna, as you grow your branches reaching up to the heavens. Tree is the one most magnificent example of our connection to the earth and to the heavens all at the same time. And then let your arms come down. Remember to find your drishti opposite you so that can help you with your balance. Okay. Come onto the ball of your left foot, square your hips, right? Open your leg out to the side. Good. Find your drishti. Find something to focus on opposite you and keep like you're looking at the horizon, grow your branches. If you want to lift your left leg, you may do that or not. And maybe you can challenge your balance a little bit by, just swaying your little leaves, your fingers through the breeze a little bit, and then bring it all down. Okay. Excellent, everyone. So bend at the hips, Muladhara chakra, sacral chakra, Manipura chakra, and bring your hands to your thighs. Heart chakra, send your heart out, your elbows back behind you. Crown of your head is still on a straight angle down to your spine. And you're going to continue to bend, bring your hands to the mat and come down, all the way down to the mat. Send your legs straight out in front of you, your toes to the ceiling. Your leg muscles are active, your hands are alongside your hips, elbows pointing back for Dandasana. Push into the mat, or if you're on a blanket, and allow the crown of your head to reach up higher. Feel again the power of the Kundalini, of that Sushumna. Bring your arms up overhead, feeling your spiritual center. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees and send your hands all the way to your feet if you can reach them, or your ankles if you cannot. So whatever works for your body. And then fold over your legs any amount. If you want to straighten them, you may be able to straighten them a little bit more at end of class. You can do that. So this is a Paschimottanasana, the Western stretch. And notice what we are doing. We are folding over all the chakras over our legs. Release your arms, let your hands come alongside your legs. Slide them back as you unfold. Bring your forearms to the mat behind you and make your way down to your back. If you have a block or a blanket, you're going to bring your knees to the mat. You'll lift your hips, slide the block or the blanket under your sacrum, which is just below your waist. Little platform, send one leg up, send the other leg up to the sky. Beautiful. And for our inversion. So remember that your legs are up against an invisible wall. So that's where they need to be in space. And let your arms relax in any position you like for this final inversion. You can come out of this at any time you wish. Now bend your knees, bring them to the mat. If you have anything under your hips, lift your hips and remove it. And then you'll come in to Shavasana. Giving all your chakras a little rest. And let your legs splay open, rotate your arms so your palms are facing upward to the heavens as you connect with the earth. And just let go. Follow your breath. Continue to follow your breath. Allow your body to reset, recalculate. Take a deep breath and begin to reawaken your body. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, back behind you, your feet in the opposite direction. Big, big, full body stretch. Feel that stretch. And then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. Come to center. Release your legs and roll over onto whichever side you prefer to come into a fetal position. The position you were born in before your chakras were awakened at all. And then make your way up to sit. Right. So come to your comfortable seat. I know some of you may not want to stay for meditation. If you are, stay nice and comfortably in whatever seat you're in. You may wish to move to a chair and put your feet on the floor. Or you might want to stay right where you are, seated right where you are. Again, we're grounded when we do this. We're seated with our mountain spine, lengthening our Sushumna, our line of chakras. Close your eyes and come inside. Remember that at any time during this meditation, if you're distracted by thoughts or sounds, just return to your breath. As you're following it right now, just return to it. And any image you may have created during your meditation. So we are going to take a journey through the chakras this morning, but a fun journey, okay? So take a breath and imagine yourself outdoors in a beautiful setting, and you're on this lovely path. You're in a wooded area. There's mountains and trees galore and beauty everywhere. And as you walk on the path, you notice how connected your feet are to the earth when you take one step and then the other. You can feel the earth beneath your feet. And as you continue, you notice this boulder over to your left at just the right height that you could sit down on it, and you go over and you take a seat. Your feet are still on the earth, but you can feel an even greater connection to the earth sitting among its elements, being connected. Then you hear a sound behind you. Not sure what it is. It sounds like water flowing. And you get up and walk in that direction. And as you come to the edge of the land, you see this rapid stream flowing. And you notice how easily it flows, how beautifully it flows uninterrupted, or if there's something in its way, how beautifully it navigates around the flow, the beautiful flow. And it brings you a sense of happiness and calm. Then you make your way back to the path that you were on when you started this journey. And you notice there's an area and a pit, a fire pit has been dug out and filled with wood, and a fire has started. Beautiful flames. They are magnificent. You're looking at them as you walk up to it. You see the flames moving from side to side, reaching up, reaching for oxygen. And it inspires you. You feel the same flame, that same energy in the middle of your body at your solar plexus. You can feel it. And it makes you feel stronger, alive, fearless, completely fearless, like those flames in the fire. And you walk back again to the end of the landscape where you can look over what it now looks like a river. It looks like that stream has flowed and become a little bit larger. And across from it, you see mountains and beautiful green meadows. What a beautiful sight. It looks like a postcard. You can see the sky, beautiful and bright. And it opens your heart. You're filled with joy. You're filled up. Your heart is open. And something distracts you to your right. You turn and you see that there's movement at the base of a tree. And you walk over to see what it might be. And it's a little baby, a little bird that has fallen from its nest. It can't fly, it can't get up. And you look up at the nest and you see that there's another baby, another in the nest. The mother is not there. Perhaps she went for food. So you pick the little baby bird up in your hands. You lift it up and put it with its sibling in the nest, hoping it will survive. And you watch as the mother bird comes back and looks at her little chicks and begins to feed them. They're both well. And you hear bird song, you hear birds singing as if to thank you for saving this little bird's life, for showing compassion when there was no need, when you could have just walked by, to showing your heart, to giving of yourself, for connecting in this experience. And as you continue to listen to the bird song, you are again inspired, and you bring yourself again to the edge of the land where you can see all this beauty, and you start to sing along with the birds. Let your voice be heard. And you sing and you hum and you let your voice be heard. How good that feels. And you see another place where you can comfortably sit, and you take a seat to take in all the beauty. About maybe 20 feet away, there's another great big boulder. And what seems like out of nowhere, this beautiful big bird comes in and lands on the boulder and faces outward, the same direction you're facing, and brings its wings close to its body and just sits in majesty. And you realize this is an eagle. This is a beautiful, magnificent, giant eagle. And it's just sitting perched, fearless, and it's sitting there calmly, and it looks at you through its peripheral vision, and you turn a little to see its full majesty. And you know from your wisdom, you know, your psychic energy tells you that this bird is just there perhaps to send you a message to be who you are and to just let go as it springs off its legs, spreads its wings, and flies back into the sky. Oh, something you'll never forget. You are so filled with a feeling of joy as this light, perhaps it's the sun, perhaps it's spirit, just coming down to the crown of your head, and it makes its way into your body, down your center axis, joining with the light that is already inside of you to amplify your divine spirit, your universal spirit. To feel that energy magnifying so much, it seems to emanate out of every pore in your body. It seems to spread outside so that you can send your feelings, these wonderful feelings, out into the world, into the universe. And you allow yourself to wrap yourself around this wonderful feeling, this healing energy that is inside of you. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel your thumbs against your heartbeat, the center of your whole chakra system, your heart. Feel its energy, feel the flow of energy up and down your spine. Lum, Vam, rum, yum, hum, om. Lift your head, open your eyes. Thank you all so much for being with me today.